Got NBA. I've got 3 plays in the same game. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Griffin Murphy from DocSports.com coming at you with 3 free NBA selections in the same game between the San Antonio Spurs and the Utah Jazz. This game tips off at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursday, January 22nd, 2026. We're going to get right into this breakdown. I do want to let you know if you head on over to DocSports.com/free60, we'll hook you guys up with a free $60 account. You could use that free $60 on my premium selections. Those are my absolute best bets over at the website. Want to let you guys know we are on an absolute burner in college hoops. I have a 7-unit play that goes off tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Use that free 60 link and jump on board for absolutely free. If not, no hard feelings. You guys are here for these 3 selections, side, total, and prop. Let's get right at it. So we've got the San Antonio Spurs rolling into Utah to play the Jazz. The Spurs 30-14 on the season, playing very good basketball. But I will say they have cooled off, a little bit of a regression. 5-5 in their last 10 games, and coming off a loss against Houston in their most recent matchup. That game landed in a 106-111 final. That game wasn't Houston, I must add, so they were on the road in that one. But back-to-back road games now for the Spurs here. Now they're rolling into Utah to play the Jazz. Jazz, I gave this out as a free play 2 days ago against the Minnesota Timberwolves. They ended up winning that game outright in a 127-122 final. Minnesota was laying 12.5 points in that matchup. Utah took it outright. This Utah Jazz team, 3-7 in their last 10 games, very deceiving. But 15 of their wins on the year, 10 of those have come at home. So we know one thing about the Utah Jazz. This is sustained for about 3 years now. They play very good basketball in Salt Lake City. Now for the Spurs, 5-5 in their last 10 games, coming off a loss in their most recent matchup. The public's going to look at this game and believe absolute buy low spot for the Spurs, and they're going to absolutely erupt in this game. That is exactly why we are going back to the Jazz in this matchup against the spread over the Spurs. I believe they have themselves another night at home and play very competitive basketball and cover that number. So that is our first play. We're going to take the Jazz here against the spread. Second play, we're going to look at player props. We're going right back to him. Keyonte George, we're going to take over his points and assists. I believe for the Utah Jazz to sustain winning like this kid has got to do it all, and he's got to have the pick and roll going, and he's got to be dominant from the field. So give me Keyonte George over points and assists in this one. And then my third and final play is the total. The total, very high total, as it should be. These two teams are both going to score points in this matchup, I believe, due to the fact that this is kind of a buy low spot for both of these two teams. Everybody's uncertain about Utah, and everybody's expecting a bounce-back game from the Spurs. I expect eruptions on both sides, but I do believe Utah does come in front when it comes to covering that number against the spread. So, ladies and gentlemen, give me the over total points in this matchup as my third and final selection to you guys. You already have the free 60 link, and I have my 7-unit college basketball play tonight. You guys want to get on board, use that free 60 link. And as always, this is Griffin Murphy from DocSports.com. Best of luck to you guys this weekend, and once again, best bets.